Hello, welcome to another Friday artwork video. So we're looking at new Phyrexia from the Scars of Meridian block. Once again, this is a horror themed set, so if you're not keen on those sort of images, then yeah, this is probably not the video for you. But if you don't mind, then yep, this is going to be interesting going through. So as always now, I think I've distilled this down to a certain approach, which is generally I just show the artwork of all the rares, mythic rares, you know, the high rarity cards that I pulled, including any foils, and then I'll go through the lower rarities. In this case, it's going to be a couple from each colour, just ones that I picked that just appealed to me as I went through my deck box. And then I'm following out with some artifacts. There's a cycle of artifacts which I wanted to take a look at because the artwork looked interesting. So let's go through and let's dive in. So we've got Chancellor of the Annex. I'll just get my pointy pen out in case we need to look at anything. You'll notice there's a few ones that were parts of various cycles in here. We've got Puresteel Paladin. So we've got a foil here. It's actually, it's not quite showing up as good on camera as it, or maybe not. So my Puresteel Paladin's only at common, but it was a foil. And then of course again, as I pointed out, the one thing that does show up real nice is the watermarks. Got a Prate here. Yeah, the artwork's popping real nice on that one. Phyrexian Ingester. Nice high casting cost. Oh, our friend, the Phyrexian Obliterator. That was a mythic. All in with the black mana for that one. Chancellor of the Forge. And Invader Parasite. It's a nasty looking critter. Yeah, unfortunately I live around an area where there's quite a lot of mosquitoes, so not my favourite insect. Moltensteel Dragon. Now that pops real nice. These sort of details here, which yeah, I don't notice quite as much when I just look at the card like normal. Scrapyard Salvo, another one that's in here because it's the foil. Slag Fiend. Again, interesting depth there. Cage Sun. One of my favourite cards from the set. Myr Superion. It's 2 to cast and it's 5/6, but you can spend only mana produced by creatures to cast Myr Superion. So, as you know, there were Myrs in the other set. Well, multiple sets actually, which could generate mana. So, Myr Tribal definitely a thing. Got a Sword and War and Peace. So another mythic. I did pretty well on the mythics in this particular for the packs that I opened. Soul Conduit. We saw that in the episode of Commander Durdle. Oh yeah, this is much more detail here. You sort of see what's going on here. This looks like the head of a dinosaur there. Is this supposed to be another picture over here, maybe. Oh, another mythic. I have a Khan. So now I'm just going through some lower rarity cards that I thought looked interesting artwork wise. So a couple in white, a couple in blue and so on. So Shriek Raptor, War Report. Again, yeah, see, look, if I was looking at this card normally, I just see these two characters here and then think these were rocks. And now you can see, look, it's the whole thing just spreads down, I suppose. These are all the troops. Blighted Agent. That was a cool card in the set. Had Infect and was also unblockable. If you remember that, if you played at the time. Oh, of course, good old Gitaxian Probe. Dismember. So, I think I mentioned this on the, obviously, this and this. And, of course, it's Phyrexian mana, so you can play this in, like non-black decks by, admittedly, it's 1 and 4 life, but yeah. Oh, Whispering Specter. I always liked that the Specter, these creatures that whenever they deal combat damage, do something. So with Whispering Specter, actually I'll bring it up. There you go. Just combat damage player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, that player discards a card for each poison card that he or she has. So interesting twist on the whole Specter theme. There's that. Oh, we've already seen this card. It's funny because we saw the foil. Volt Charge. Oh, this one I like. Viridian Harvest. Interesting auras in the set. Splicers. Yeah, as I pointed out in Commander Footer, I wish I'd done a search on... one thing I didn't do is I forgot to do a rules text search on cards that reference golems in the rules text, because there's quite a number of those. So I should have specifically done that, actually would have helped. And then moving on to some artifacts, specifically the ones that have the where you can either pay coloured mana or 2 life. So that's the white one, Binding Souleater. Then we've got the blue one, which is a Trespassing Souleater. And all of those, that activation cost activates some sort of ability. Persistent Souleater, because these were a cycle. And that's all until end of turn. And then finally Insatiable Souleater, which is the green one. And I thought I'd have a look at this card. I was just curious about the artwork. You see, again, I miss details like this. There's supposedly a creature down there. Seeing a lot more depth now on that when it's up close. And I think that's it, yeah. So, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I'll catch you in the next video.